I found out about this game about 6 months ago, and it quickly became one of my most anticipated games for 2024. And about a month ago, I was able to take a first look here on this channel of a creator-only extended demo, and I fell in love with this game. It was amazing, and I put 20 hours into a demo for this Pacific Drive. Well, today is no demo, today is no preview or beta or anything like that. Today is our first look at the release version of Pacific Drive. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and you may have seen this game before on the channel. Open world driving simulator, fixing up the car, doing things with the wheels. There's a lot of shenanigans going on with other sci-fi like forces, and it just seems like an amazing game with a gorgeous setting of the American Pacific Northwest. Think of like the Goonies meets Stranger Things meets Maximum Overdrive, and you have yourself Pacific Drive. Right, so just to avoid any confusion, I just want to clarify everything for everyone. One, the developers have sent over a key, but this is not a sponsored video. They've allowed us to, on the 20th of February, to put out this video, and on the 21st and every day going forward. So here's my plan. On the 20th, which is today, we're putting out a video on Pacific Drive. Tomorrow, on the 21st, we're doing a live stream on Pacific Drive. And on the release day, this releases on February 22nd, 2024, we'll be continuing those streams for every day. Now, one thing that I've noticed too is that this game, I couldn't believe it was only like 26 bucks on Steam. So for those of you who may be gamers on a budget or may ask any of those questions, yeah, that blew me away. I was already 110% into playing it myself. Luckily, the devs sent over a key, so thanks to them for that. But more importantly, 26 bucks for a game that is not a quadruple A game, if you know what I mean? Interesting. Right, well, without further ado, I'm just excited. I hope you are too. Let's take our first look at the release version of Pacific Drive. Let's begin. Oh, and by the way, there's plenty of options for this game too, so when you start a new game, it will pop up with the option to start with many different prerequisite thingies for customization. So definitely take a look at these. I highly recommend it if you're going to play yourself. All sorts of things that you can change later, like making nights a little brighter, and so that way you don't have to worry about like cranking up the brightness or whatnot, or using flares all the time. It's at your convenience. You do what you want. Yeah, so just, yeah, awesome. All right, let's go. In 1947, the Olympic Peninsula became the staging ground for a promising new technology. As rumors of its utopian creation spread, so did stories about overnight evacuations, unsolved disappearances, and unnatural encounters. In 1955, the government walled off a section of the peninsula to establish the Olympic Exclusion Zone. For 30 years, the zone's borders grew until the government withdrew and sealed every access point. What happened inside was never disclosed. JS Express Shipping Manifest, Order Form 23B1, Address 8253 Brookstone. Looks like we're supposed to stay on the road. Hey, alright, cool. Olympic Peninsula, 1998. So we were just dropped off south of the barrier wall via like a little ferry. There's lots of ferries and such in the Pacific Northwest for sure. Oh, smooth driving so far. There's our windshield wipers, our headlights, cool. So immediately some changes from the demo. We got ourselves a little bit of music now in the streamer safe mode. A lot of the icons in the game have also been changed too from what we saw before, so things are a little bit easier to understand for everyone. We'll go ahead and try to drive politely for now on the correct side of the road, as we don't really know what lies in store for us. There's rocks all over the road though, look at this. How am I supposed to stay on my side? Oh, it's starting to rain. There we go. Look at how run down this road is. Guardrails are completely rusted. And it's raining like crazy. Look at that wall. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The rocks are pulling us all over. Now, apparently the wet road surfaces do change the handling of the vehicles, so it's only going to get worse from here. What the hell is this? The Smiths playing on the radio? Alright, so far a very cozy drive, honestly. Certainly a winding road, too. It's like playing SnowRunner, all these rocks and trees and stuff in the way. Throwing us all over the road. The handling is much different. They've improved that a little bit. Nothing like a rainy drive, though. Honestly. That's absolute therapy. Oh. What's going on with the radio? What was that sign? Oh. Warning, launch and construction facility ahead. Periodic volume of 80 plus decibels. What the hell? Launch site. Security tower, looks like everything's fenced in. I guess we're going left. Thank goodness we got a pickup truck. Hell yeah, brother, throw that diff lock on. Let's go. There's rocks, I think. Oh yeah, this is off-roading for sure. What the hell? Man, it is bumpy. What is all this red stuff? Whoa, rocks are coming and going. Wow, look at that wall. Whoa. That looks so cool. All that blue light and stuff, it's crazy. We're getting pulled all over by something. I have like no control of the car anymore. Hopefully we're safe on the other side. What was that? Oh. It was that. We're on the inside of the wall now. Olympic exclusion zone. Get to safety. Man, I never get tired of this game. Now our engine is flying around. Goodbye to our truck. What the hell's all that? Radioactivity. That's not good. Let's sprint. Find transportation. I wonder what we're looking for. A helicopter? SR-71? The mystery machine with Shaggy and Scooby-Doo? Ain't going that way.
Someone out there?
Hello?
Hello? What a swan. Never mind.
Hey, the car's talking to us.
Radar's acting up again. You were supposed to tune up this piece of junk years ago.
The wheel. Anything else? Let's get in the car. All right, baby, we got a ride. Look at this. Griswolds are going to Seattle. Oh, yeah, baby, I'm home. Let's go. Oh, never mind.
Yes, it's back. It's back. This is Tobias Barlow and Francis Cook, located in mid-zone sector B. Do you read me?
Hold on. Let's make sure you guys can read them. Especially the dialogue. Let's give that a little try.
I'm picking up your distress signal in the outer zone. It looks like you're somewhere around sector E. Hey, Francis, come here. Yes, it's urgent. Leave that interferometer alone for a second. Something is out there. Hey, we got a live one. Hey, do you copy?
Sure do.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Is this thing working?
Wow, our wheels are wrecked.
They don't have a transmitter. We won't hear a thing back.
We don't have full tires
What if they're
either.
stranded? Could they, they're from outside? They're a preacher? Hey, how did you get through the barrier wall? No one's gotten into the zone in ages and lived to tell about it.
And if we don't get them to safety, this one won't either.
That's a good point. Hey, you're in serious danger. The instability's closing in, and it's gonna scramble you quicker than beef in a blender. Your closest shelter is a few miles east. Get there however you can, and be quick about it.
Yeah, crap, I'm out of fuel. Luckily, we've got this. A little fuel canister. And we can take the gas from here. Right, so we've got like one tire that's goofed up. We got another one that's flat. And probably 2 tires that are balding or just horrible quality and not meant for off-road. So my driving is going to be, yeah. Alright, baby, fill up that tank. Let's go. Oh, I can't look around while fueling? Go, 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 go. Why is the wheel? Why is the wheel going? It's like moving. Okay, time to go. Something's attacking us. It's a bear. Ah.
Whoa, wait, hold the phone. There it is again, that blip on the spectrometer. I've seen that waveform before, but where? No kidding. Could it be? A remnant?
That can't be. There hasn't been one in decades.
Look at that spectral fingerprint and tell me that doesn't match the remnants exactly.
No. What we should be looking at is how fast this creature seems to be moving.
Huh. You know, if I didn't know better, I'd say they're going about the speed of a... No way. No way. Do not tell me. They found a remnant and it's a car this time? Holy cripes. No one's had working wheels in here for ages. Boy, I'd kill to know how a combustion engine's still chugging away out there.
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, the breacher needs to get to safety.
I'm working on that.
Whether that car is a remnant or not.
In my heart of hearts, I already know. They're
Oh, boy.
back, baby.
Oh no, the wheel. Oh, it's cranked all the way to the left. We're gonna die out here. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's all the way to the left. All the way to the left. Ah, there we go.
When you find that shelter, go on and let yourself in. Albie ain't gonna like you poking around in there, but better to face a bad side than let the zone eat you alive.
Oh boy. This is a wheelie cool game. Oh, and there goes our wheel. Well, we're here, wherever here is. And there's our wheel. I make that joke every time. I love it. Hello? Oh yeah, we're home.
Who's there?
Hello?
The shop. It's been breached. You've got 5 seconds to get the hell out before I...
Ow! My head.
Turner. We've sent a breacher to your garage on official zone business. Now, we have it on very good authority that this person is in possession of a remnant, which has taken the form of a car, and, well,
Get off the remnant thing. She's not gonna care.
right, like I said, super official zone business. Protocol, demands that you keep them alive until we can get them to safety. Now, if you do not comply, I will occupy this broadcast channel with a recitation of the entire collection of poems I've personally written. That's 10 years and 17 volumes, and...
Don't let that voice cut like a nail gun to the skull. So, another breacher, huh? How do you outsiders not understand that Arda didn't build that 300-meter wall out there for fun? Unless you're one of the unfortunates who got zapped through. Wait, I just remembered. I don't give a damn why or how you got here. You're trespassing, and I'd kindly like you to get the hell out of my zone. Ah, God, unfortunately, the barrier wall is as fortified against breaches trying to get in as it is against anyone or anything trying to leave. We have to find you a way out. So you might as well start by fixing up that car. Just don't break anything in my shop with those soft hands of yours.
Wow. He's just lovely. So from our previous demo, it looks like a lot of things are color-coded now to differentiate between tools, repair items, healing items, and just resources that you can use inside the garage for upgrading the car and other things. So that's good. Okay, let's go ahead and equip that tool and see if we can put that in our... oh, that'll do. That's one way to do it. Alright, we're going to open the trunk with the pry bar. Now, one thing I've noticed in this game, too, is up to this point, every once in a while when we come back, this car will be completely different. It'll be like a truck or a different car or something. So there's free resources there. And also over here on the shelf, there's a free computer and a radio. And there may be other things around, so definitely take a look for that. Let's go over to our dumpster. This is your fail-safe. Anytime you come back, this guy could give you free items. To make sure that you never go out empty-handed. So if you got no resources when you come back, this is your fail-safe to make sure that you don't leave without something good. To at least be able to do the basics. Alright, so we're gathering things like scrap metal, broken glass, rubber, copper, and other things to make what they want us to make up there in the upper right. Now, for today's purposes of this video, I just want to see what's different between the demo and see if it's better than the demo. And to let everyone know that it's coming out and that I'm going to play it and experience the differences between the demo and the full version as well, and do that even more in depth in our live streams. So keep in mind we'll be doing that. I see an icon there next to the summer tire to indicate that it's flat too. If you couldn't tell by looking at it, it looks like they've given a visual icon next to the description of it. There you see summer tire with the yellow low tire pressure icon. So that's good stuff for sure. So yeah, we'll be rushing through things here. I will be walking past things, so you can point out everything that I missed and ignore it if you want to, but it'll be in vain, for we will play this in our full entirety for the release. I'm excited. Okay, so it looks like we're short on some plastic. Do I need to put any of this in storage? Well, let's just see if we can make it. Gather items from the abandoned car behind the garage for your checklist. Check the ground and trunk for remaining materials. Oh. Thank you. There's a few more things we needed for that. We could have crafted some of the basics, but they wanted us to collect 100% from that car. So let's go to doors. We want to craft a crude door. Pop that onto the car then. Done. Repair the car body with some repair putty. Now we can go in here. Perfect. Got a spare wheel here too. We'll need that a little bit later. Go ahead and add that repair putty to our hot quick slot. There we go. And let's repair. So we need to repair everything that's mostly damaged. So in between runs, this is a roguelite game. So every time that we go out on an expedition, we'll come back here and have to repair the car, upgrade the car. There's more than just all the typical parts of a car like side panels and doors and stuff. We also have a quirk mode where our car could have like something where every time we open the driver's side door, the horn may honk, or every time we hit the accelerator, the windshield wipers will come on or turn off, or a door will open and something will fall out. So there's some things that make it a lot harder than usual. You can always turn that off, though. I know a lot of people were saying they might not like that quirk mode when they play, but don't worry. It is something that you can toggle on and off, so that's kind of nice. Car is fully customizable too. We can paint it, we can add patterns, we can put racing stripes on it, we can get different antennas, hood ornaments. We can also do with the interior parts of the car, like the steering wheel and whatnot. And yeah, we can get all sorts of different parts, including wheels and things like that, which we're about to change out now and or make a repair to. So we can replace this wheel, or we can get a kit to repair it, but I think I'm just going to pop a new wheel on that bad boy, so we'll put that there. Oh, no, no. I'm going to take that old wheel off. Come here, crude putty. And then we're going to pop this wheel off and put the new one on. So, or actually, we could scrap it too. Nah, they won't let us do it. Scrapping a crafted item. So there's a little fail-safe too, so you don't accidentally deconstruct or destroy something that you've crafted yourself. Crafted items are a little more protected. You might be able to do it, but it'll just warn you beforehand. And you can also favorite things, like here you see the heart next to the scrapper, meaning that we put it on our little wheel down below. Okay, let's pull this off. We can throw this in a scrapper later, though, and actually this wheel can be scrapped or whatnot. So let's throw this on the ground, if we can. There we go. Grab that wheel. And pick that up later, I guess. Okay, scan the loose wheel and equip the mechanic's kit. So yeah, these are the quirks and other things that we can do to repair the car. Some of them are a little basic and not directly quirks, but there's something you'll need to inspect to find out what's going on. Alright, equip the mechanic's kit. We have one here. Drop that on the ground and grab it. Now, I'm playing with an Xbox controller because the driving is so much easier with a controller. So if you want to get a controller like a PlayStation or an Xbox controller that's going to benefit you, I wouldn't really recommend a steering wheel because you will be getting out of the car a hell of a lot. So it's, and you could definitely do mouse and keyboard. Let's install some new stuff here. So we're getting some storage for the car and some crafting for the car too.
Oh, there's a little prototype of mine in the garage. The arc device. Hook it up to your car, wherever it'll fit.
Okay. So this lady used to own this garage, and the two other guys are like survivors or scientists that are together somewhere. She's alone somewhere. I suspect she's a scientist.
This beauty won't just be your tour guide. It's your North Star and the only way back to safety. Heck, you should consider it the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit if you plan on staying alive. That's how important this thing will be to you. Yes, that's my very own invention. I'll tell you more about it if you live long enough to use it.
Okay, ma'am. All right, we're going to use this later. We'll put it in storage. Oh, another cool thing that I like is there's something very nice behind this door to help us organize inventory. So stay tuned. We're going to take a look at what that is in just a moment. It's good stuff. You're going to like it. Okay, let's search the dumpster again for more supplies. We need to find a first aid kit ×2. Oh, he has nothing else for us. All right, first aid kits were in here. So they're suggesting we put that in the car. We'll take all three. That's okay. We're going to dump off some of the old stuff that we've got on us. So duct tape, glass, rubber, spare parts. We'll take those road flares with us. They want us to put all that stuff in the car, so we'll do just that. Pick up the gear blueprint by the front garage door. Ah, we're studying that with the headset that we're wearing. We must look like a goober. And this is the impact hammer. So the gear is required to make the hammer. Use the pump to fill the fuel tank. It looks like gas here may be limited, although I have played about 20 hours of this game in the demo and never fully used all the fuel here, so maybe eventually we will have to refuel the gas tank here at the station. As you can see, there is a little bit of a capacity there. And we can scan everything in this game too, so definitely do that. So you can scan pretty much everything to find out what it is, how it works, and if you can craft it, that kind of thing. All good stuff. Alright, let's Frankenstein. It's alive!
If you're all set, take a look at the projector against the wall.
So that is how we charge things. Another great thing here is this is very helpful to find out everything that's wrong with the car at a glance. This is your basically your computer, so you can see what the health is of tires, doors, and also things like the engine, the battery, and overall armor. And there's also some attachments that go on the top of the car too, so you'll be able to inspect those as well. Alright, here's our world map. Let's take a look.
This is the zone. Within these borders, all matter has lost the ability to hold a constant physical state. What that means is the shape, size, and makeup of just about everything constantly changes. A mile of grass can turn into 10 miles of swamp in the blink of an eye, and it does. Constantly. It's caused by something we call instability. We're completely surrounded by it, and once you've watched it chew through entire mountain ranges, you'll understand that you don't want to get anywhere near it. We can only survive in here within pockets of stability. That's what you're standing in now. And that's what you're seeing mapped on the route planner. If we're going to find you a way out of the zone, you'll need to build a new antenna. Until then, you won't be able to detect stabilized routes beyond your immediate area. So, you've got to go hunting for parts, and that means taking a drive. Go on, pick a route. The arc device in your car will then show you where you need to go.
Lady's a bit of a drinker too. They'll allude to that later. So clearly some stress and whatnot for her and some of the other characters, well defined. So this double line here is the wall, and it looks like whatever's going on here started in this area with a lot of black blotches. I don't know what it is, but they mentioned a launch site and some other stuff going on here. They built a wall around this, then they built another wall because they couldn't contain it the first time. Then they built a third wall and then just said screw it. So I don't know. But there certainly is little symbols here like a gas station and maybe other areas like marshlands and other towers and things like that to keep an eye on. So this is pretty important. So she wants us to drive 3 hours to this destination known as Junction E5, a damp forest, which has all sorts of hazards and such on the right side. A lot of things to keep in mind here. There are hazards, there are enemies. We can be attacked by things. We can be killed, more importantly, by the environment. I mean, things like radiation and being exploded are a little bit more risky than, I don't know, being shot or something like that, or electrocuted. But there are hazards here and lots of things to worry about. So let's get started.
Off you go. Make a left out of the garage and follow the access road.
We're going to pick that up before we go. All right, let's begin our first drive in Pacific Drive. Let's go, brother. Ooh. It's like a beautiful midday. Wow, look at that. Pretty. Now, another thing that I've learned in this game is that it seems like fuel is not as much of a concern that I was expecting at the very beginning. You certainly want to keep an eye on that, but over here, this gauge right here, it's very important to note that that's your battery power, which is not the battery power to get the car started or whatnot, but it's like your special ability. So the battery does apply to things like the wipers and the lights, so if you turn those on, it actually uses battery power. But there are ways to charge your battery, upgrade your battery, and much more. Boy, driving's still rough even after repairing the car. The car gets much, much better. It's your enemy at the start, but very quickly becomes your friend. Alright, let's rip and dip on our first mission. Let's go, brother. Alright, let's go to that first destination. So there's anomalies here to scan, there's lots of things to learn, lots of data, lots of lore. There are audio logs and possibly video logs. We're going to speed through this one, though. Let's go.
Okay, newbie. I'll keep this simple. Don't want to overwhelm that little brain of yours.
Wow.
You'll need a few things to rebuild the antenna at the garage. First on the list is plasma. The woods are littered with plasma generators. Look for a research trailer or a spark tower. That's those antenna things zapping you when you get too close. Both are always accompanied by plasma generators.
All right. They seem to have changed the map a little bit in its appearance. Minor
The
changes.
device is picking up on some plasma generators nearby. Your headset has a built-in scanner. Use it on the plasma generator, and it'll figure out the tools you need.
Looks like it's ripe for the picking. Can't get at it with your hands, though. An impact hammer will do the trick.
Okay, we're gonna make an impact hammer then. Ah, but we're missing some things. So we gotta go find those things we need. So inside these trailers will be everything we need to get that plasma from that little battery there. Now, we are supposed to be using things like road flares and whatnot to look in here, but for our streams and whatnot, I just use the brightness mode. Turn the brightness up just so everyone can see, so we don't have to blind everyone with turning on and off the lights constantly. And it's a good option for you to do as well, if you want to. Lab computer here. Lots of good things here. Electronics, copper wire, more metal components. These trailers are stacked with lots of stuff.
Look at you, out in the zone all on your own.
I know.
They grow up so fast, don't they? And I'll be back at the helm. Been a long time, old gal. Didn't think we'd talk again after that whole Sasquatch incident.
Yes, I was hoping to go another decade without hearing your voice again.
Wow.
What, did you finally talk Francis to death?
Hello to you too, Oppie. And no, I'm still here.
Oppie, yeah. These lights are incredibly valuable. Lots of stuff in these. Sodium vapor light. Recommended tool is a vacuum for these. Interesting. Perhaps we can pull some sort of a gas out of here. For now, we're just going to use this for all the supply. Don't want to loot too much. Very nice. Uh-oh. Can't get into this trailer, though, without a crowbar. You can also use the impact hammer they want us to craft. Awfully dark in here, so that's why it's very important then to go to your settings if you can. And also here it tells us a little bit of what our backstory is and what we're doing. So you need supplies for the antenna to make it back to the auto shop. Good idea to pause and kind of get a feel for the situation once they've kind of told you some things. So check this out. If we increase the brightness a little bit, we'll go up to probably up to 1, and you'll notice a difference right away with how the game looks. Yeah, we can actually make out some structures and stuff here, but still wander around in the dark. But it's your game. You balance it however you want. If you want to make it super bright, go right ahead. There are lots of options for people with visual impairments or disabilities, and that's a great thing that they put that in there because, you know, everybody should be able to game. Not a thing should stop you from gaming, especially with good games like this one. I'm so passionate about it. I love it. Okay, let's go over to our trailer over here. We'll see if we can grab a few things more. We're going to skip some things, though, but we do want to try to get everything. Oh, another great thing. Whenever you have broken a tool, the game will automatically auto-equip a tool again. So if it's in your inventory... oh, I guess it didn't do that. Well, I was mistaken. It should pick up the scrapper... Oh, wait, is this different? Wait, what the hell? Oh, this is like an upgraded scrapper. Oh, a plasma scrapper. That's why I didn't equip it. Oh, that's a new thing. Well, there you go. That's a new piece of technology right there. Beautiful. It's like a magnetic blade. Wow, that's cool. So that's why it didn't automatically pick it up.
Driver, I bet you're dying to hear all about the remnants by now.
Oh, can you not? I'm a little busy trying to keep them alive.
I'll keep to the basics, I promise. They deserve to know what they're getting into.
Fine. I'm giving you 60 seconds.
That is not nearly enough time to get...
55 seconds and counting.
Okay. The remnants, in short, they're old objects that do all sorts of weird things. They bind themselves to people, and you're the latest victim. You and the car are inseparable now, so get acquainted. Once the remnant is bound to someone, they become gradually more obsessed with it. It takes over the victim's mind, until they go crazy and run off into the zone with it. No one has ever been able to resist its siren call.
That fixation is probably worming its way into your brain as we speak. This is the first time we've ever got our hands on one. But we know all about the past remnants, and oh gosh, this one time it materialized as an old copper kettle, and the tea that came out of that thing, it was...
And now I'm splitting the transmissions going to your receiver. Anything critical to your immediate needs will broadcast directly and immediately to your radio and headset. Anything not mission critical will be on a low priority frequency. Those transmissions will be recorded and indexed for you to listen to at your leisure. And by low priority, I mean just about everything that comes out of Tobias's mouth.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, she's grouchy. All right, we're going to leave some items here, but you can see where they are. We're supposed to be using our scrapper to pretty much gather everything in this game. That's what I would recommend, but we're going to run back to the car. If you ever get lost, by the way, upper left corner, you could see the health for us. You could also see the radioactivity in the area, and then the car in the distance and direction from us. Okay, let's go ahead and try to make a impact hammer. Actually, we just made the gear. Now we made the impact hammer. And let's go ahead. Oh, also, let's drop off a bunch of stuff. A flare gun? Oh, we made health kits. Good. Oh, yeah. And certainly drop off everything in the car as quickly and effectively as possible. Okay, let's make our, impact hammer. I thought it was highlighted because the quest does show us how to pin that and whatnot. So, yeah, these are things, though, that we could use on ourselves.
By any means necessary. No one's coming back ever again, so go on and take what you need. Transports, homes, outposts, facilities, they've all been abandoned since the zone was decommissioned in 87. Most of those structures won't even be there the next time the instability scrambles the area. So loot to your heart's content. Just loot away.
Gladly, ma'am. Gladly. Okay. So we made our impact hammer through a couple of extra gears, and then we also made some extra health kits, which are never a bad thing to have more than enough of. Smaller items in this game, like food, MREs, canned beans, that kind of thing, are all edible. Thus, they are like health items, just smaller. Oh, and there's one of our first enemies in the game. If we get too close, let's see what happens. Now, this jerk's going to drag the car around and cause damage. Pulling us right into a rock and a tree. Well, we can scan him and find out what he is. I don't even trust that. We're playing in streamer safe mode, but I don't know. The music seems too good to not be DMCA'd right away. I'm going to have to test that. Alright, what is this thing? So if we get close to this anomaly, we can find out what it is and how to fight it. An abductor. Yeah, this guy will rob things right out of your hand. It might pull things off the car or out of your inventory if you got something in the back. It's something you don't want to go near. But there are upgrades for our character too. Not only do we just have upgrades for the car, but we can wear different clothes and gloves and things like that too. All right, we need 5 plasma, so we got to stop at these wonderful little towers here that'll try to zap us. We'll leave the car running, and we'll leave the lights on too, so you can see how much battery power it actually sucks up. And how much fuel we go through. Purposely rushing. Okay, another tower over there. 2 out of 5. 4 plasma. Ah. Force Abbott to actually shut off the engine that I turned it on. Whoa, hi there. And he'll actually do a little damage to the car. But luckily, and to us too. But there are ways that we can protect against radiation and electricity through clothing and through upgrades for the car. Alright, looks like we need 2 more. Off-roading is not this car's forte at the moment. I want to show more damage. I want to see what happens when we take more damage and how to cure it. I'm just showing these things
looks
off.
like you're near one of the old guerrilla radio stations.
Oops.
That ought to be prime pickings for antenna parts. I've loaded its approximate location to your map. Look for an antenna tower up on a hill somewhere.
Yes, ma'am. Lots of stuff down this street. There's another one of those abductors again. Yeah, we want to stay on the road, 100%, 100%. That's a big facility right there. Those are gold mines. Definitely look into those. Let's take a little stop right now and take a peek. Now, there's also dumpsters outside this building, too, so we can go loot from there as well. Kind of do a quick little peek at any sort of large lockers or backpacks they may have. Nice that everything's shining. I think we can use the impact hammer to break this open. Yeah, sure can. Crowbar 2. There is a quick transfer as well, but I spam the A button so that way I can see everything that's going into the inventory and try to get an idea in my mind. You can just quickly hit a button and everything will transfer, but the extra time that it takes to do this, I'm actually looking at things, and they're color-coded now, so you can kind of see what things are. You know, rubber is yellow, so are chemicals. I'm not sure exactly what the color coding means yet, but it does help to differentiate between the different items. The symbols are rather similar than they were before, though. Probably still more stuff in there. Let's keep going. We got to find this radio antenna. Got to go find out why we need to go to a radio tower. There it is right there. And this thing actually works like a an actual like Doppler radar. Eventually this zone is going to attack us like a Dark and Darker or Call of Duty or PUBG. When the zone starts to close in on you, we'll need to find an extraction. And so thus the thing on the left and some stuff on the right will start to explode and basically tell us, hey, we need to get the hell out of here. And the great thing about the car is like the HUD is pretty much fully interactable. So the mirrors actually work. This thing's telling us that the doors adjust. Like we're basically missing doors. Parking brakes on. Health is low. Our battery's draining. You can see it's 40 out of a maximum of 50. Got the high beams on to kind of show that the drain. And you can see the marker there is trending down. So it's using like 0.1 power per second or something like that. But yeah, all this stuff eventually has a use and is interactable, including that radio up there too, which is separate. It's for music and not necessarily just the chatter from the team. All right, let's head ahead. So there are a lot of weird things that are going to jump out in front of us too, like bollards, which are like giant stone pillars that when we start to pick up those arcs and other things, they'll eventually make themselves be seen. Looks like we got ourselves a gas station here too, and some weird anomaly there, flying rocks. From my experience, the gas station is a really good spot to find cars behind. We can also fuel up here too, so we can actually get gas, but I'm just not going to do it for now. We can scan the gas station and read more about it. It's called Big Dan's. Dan's Gaming? Alright, let's go ahead and pop this open. There we go. And there might also be a door open in the back or something, so there might be other ways around. There's also a way to kick these open sometimes, or you can use your impact hammer to get into the back room. Sometimes these are closed, sometimes this back room is open, and the gas station does change slightly each time. TVs, computers are useful. You just break them down for materials. Nothing else really needed there. Keep that in mind. But also a stash behind the cash register. Stash of cash? No, it's a cash stash behind the cash register. Let's see here. So there was a dumpster on the side of that big building before, and there's a dumpster here too. This isn't dumpster friend like we saw before at the gas station or at the repair shop, but those dumpsters are incredibly useful. And oftentimes there's cars up here to where we can actually break down the cars for materials. And yeah, they can have much better materials on them than our car has. Okay, we're getting a little low on health, so as you can see, the darkness is kind of closing in like our death. So let's not let that happen. We're going to heal up. Let's show off the healing animation a little bit. So you can pick up a health pack in the field. You can have it in your inventory. You can heal from here. See it actually be used. Additionally, you can use it from your inventory, so you can just hit this button, hover over it, and you can hit A and hold that and heal up, so that's pretty cool too. Let's do another one. I think we only heal to like 50. Let's just see that in action again. We'll just get all the health. All of it. We made extra health kits. That was the reason. Alright. So, zoom in on our map a little bit so we can see where we're going. Oh, the map zooms out again? No. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Yeah, this is a good feature to be able to zoom in on the map. Okay, radio tower that we're looking for is up here. And you can tell the tires absolutely suck on this kind of road. The mud and stuff. So there's mud, there's rocks, there's sand. Eventually these tires can become flat and whatnot, so spending a lot of time off-road is probably a bad idea. Until you've got the off-road tires at least, or more preferably making steel, and I think steel, rubber, and maybe some other material to make off-road tires, which are, they're probably the best that you can get for a while. There's also amphibious tires that allow you to work and move faster through water, and this game does have water hazards too, like you saw on the map just moments ago on the world map. Alright. Whoa, okay, we're good. By the way, be able to, you should be able to zoom in on stuff too. That might be quite helpful for any of you trying to find stuff. Right trigger, pushing down the right thumbstick, or R3 is the trigger to do that with an Xbox controller, but you could change it to whatever you'd like. Alright, we made it. Looks like we made it. There we go. Oh, I can hear chirping now. Got some extra boxes here. Nice. Hey. And our broadcast transmitter.
Time to get moving. The instability's ticking up by the second. But you can't get back the way you came. The instability makes all routes one way. And that's where my arc device comes into play. It'll get you back to the garage, but it needs to be charged first. And to do that, you'll need anchors. Take a look at the arc device display. It maps all anchors in the nearby area. Find an anchor and feed it to the arc device to charge it. But don't you worry your pretty little head about how it works. You'll be out of here soon, so there's no reason to learn more about limb technology than you need to know.
Limb technology. That's what they're calling it. There's also another organization here from the government that people aren't happy about. All those trailers that we saw are actually from like a kind of a government research agency and whatnot. So we need to go to these little yellow circles and find some sort of an arc device. Let's go here maybe. And these are little things that plug into that what looks to be like a record player. They plug into that and power it up. So remember from Back to the Future, Marty McFly in 1985 fueling it with plutonium from the Libyans in the initial run from 85 back to 55, but we can use other things like Mr. Fusion here. These arc batteries, essentially, these little thingies charge up and do a pretty good job. Alright, we've taken a lot of damage from going off-road and bumping into stuff, but we'll be alright. We can always use that repaired putty, too. And it looks like we can play one of those audio logs. Let's see if we can listen to it while we drive. Right here. A tiny test.
Hey, Hoppy, look, I keep thinking the way you're helping our friend here right now seems positively helpful. Seems like me. You're looking to turn a new leaf or something?
The only thing I want to look at is a 12-year-old whiskey. And the back of this breacher's head when I send them packing.
But isn't it worth taking a detour to run just a tiny little test?
Can't think of a worse way to spend my time.
Please. I've seen you manipulate waveforms with your right hand and knock back a double with your left. Or am I to understand you've lost your touch?
What I'm understanding is that you won't shut the hell up until I test this remnant.
Yep.
Fine, stop crowding my frequency.
What? Wait, really? Hoppy, darling, you never give in this easily. What's going on?
Francis?
Yes?
How have you not thrown him to the bunnies by now?
80 years old and only getting sharper by the day. You're a legend. You're a role model.
I'm giving you 10 seconds to get out of my...
Okay, we're signing off.
Hey, driver, good luck out there. And watch out for the bunnies. They are a doozy.
Yeah, the bunnies are an actual hazard that'll attack our car.
They look like glowing balls of magic, but it's limb tech through and through. Don't be scared. They haven't exploded in anyone's face recently.
And these things are actually radioactive if we get close to them too. So you want to bring your car nearby, don't carry them a long distance. Also, when we pick these up, those large stone things will come out of the ground and try to tip over our car and such. So, yeah, that's why you want to park nearby. Anyway, another good idea in this game is to get every one of these things as much as you can. Oh, there you go. There's the bullards. Oh, they're not happy. Now let's go scan that. And oh, boy. Oh, boy. They're attacking the car. Yeah, they come up out of the ground like that and toss you around. Or block you. So another piece of advice here is, especially in the initial sections of the tutorial here, this area, you have unlimited amount of time to go to everything and loot everything. So do loot everything, 100%. I can't recommend it enough, including these arc thingies, these little batteries. You only need a little bit to charge that thing. On the right side, you see the white bar and the red line. We'll need to grab a couple more. But the more of these you have, these are actually also research points in the game. So if you collect enough of those, it'll give you things called, I think it's stable, unstable, and corrupt energy, question mark, I think. But when we get back to the garage, you'll be able to see all that stuff. And it's very useful. And it unlocks new things for the car, crafting recipes for ourselves, new tools, other things. There's also a, as you extract, there's 2 levels to worry about. And we'll cover that in just a little bit. I know this has become more of a tutorial, but I'm very excited and passionate about this game. I've thoroughly enjoyed it and want to keep sharing all my knowledge with everybody so they have a good time. I just want everybody to have a good time. And essentially, when you've got yourself the storm coming in, there'll be a yellow level and a red level. And if you wait long enough, you can actually get a drop. Gotta find out where this thing is. I think it's under the power line. But yeah, you'll actually get a drop from the sky. Like a pod will come down, a drop pod. It'll crash into the ground. And you can get some really good items from that. Usually they're kind of can be junk, but there's a good chance for a good item. And that's what's most important. Now our car is also our protection too, so because we don't have those bullards are mad.
You'll use it to open a gateway back to the garage, but it will immediately collapse the stability around you. So only activate when you're absolutely ready to leave. You do not want to get caught in the storm that follows.
Yeah, so a couple things. One, because we don't have all the doors on the car, radiation is essentially like seeping in. Think of it like a liquid or like, you know, air or something like that. Like we're leaking good air and radioactivity is coming in. Also, we need to be a certain distance to activate these link gateways. So, yeah. And I think limb, has something to do with link something something. I don't know exactly what it means yet. Alien technology? I don't know. We're getting some cool stuff from ET. But anyway, check this out. Here comes the storm. So that's where we're supposed to drive.
Into the sky. Drive into it. Yes, it looks like hot death, but it's so much better than getting scrambled by the instability.
So the instability is taking anything and everything and moving it around, teleporting it, turning it inside out. It kills people, basically. Worse than death, really. And let's see if a little blue beacon will drop down. So we're supposed to drive here. We're now being hit by the yellow instability. The red stuff is what you really want to worry about. I better get out of the car and get some health kits here. Don't worry about all that danger thing on the screen. That's totally fine. Don't worry about that. And we could heal while we're in the car. I just want to see if the little drop pod will come down. We're also still healing, even though we're up over 5,000 rads. Got 3.6 rad. It's, you know, not great, not terrible. It's fine. Use our other health kit here. It's all good. We're fine. Not seeing any sort of satellite crash down, but it should, and it would be somewhere nearby. You'll see like a diamond, a light blue diamond moving very quickly, as we should now. Let's go. What? Uh-oh. I hit a car. I'm not insured. We gotta go. The cops are on the way. Don't worry about the instability. I'm uninsured. I'm unregistered. My license is expired. Cops are on the way. Woo! Whoa. We almost died.
Oh, well. You're alive. Was certain if the zone didn't get you, that gateway would. Did I not mention that you're the first human I've sent through that thing? I mean, there've been rodents, but it's not like it's completely untested. But anyway, it worked.
So, you should have made it back with everything you collected out there. That's the beauty of the gateway. It's the only way to get back with all your marbles intact.
Thanks, Grandma.
Now, take those parts you found into the back room. I'll let you use my fabrication station. For now. That station will concoct ways for you to rig up anything from
Roof racks to flare guns. Assembling an antenna with those parts you brought back should be easy as pie. But it requires anchor juice to work its magic, so bring back as many as you can. And just because I haven't used that garage in decades doesn't mean you can trash the place. Mess up my equipment and I'll throw you to the Anomalies so quick you'll get whiplash. We clear?
Yeah, Grandma. Okay. So we need to use plasma for basically fueling our expeditions. Although we can't look at it at the moment. Hey, here's the computer. Let's take a look at this. Alright, so we want to research the scanning antenna. And during a rainstorm, we're going to go put this on the top of the gas station. Great. Yeah, we're going to go put a big old hunk of piece of metal up on top of a building during a lightning storm, basically. So not only do we get to upgrade ourselves in the car, but also the radio station itself, or the gas station with the radio tower, making it, I guess, a radio station that has gas in it. But this is going to be really cool. Check this out. Nice.
Antenna signals coming through loud and clear. Give it a moment to initialize.
Alright, while we wait, we're going to install the handbrake. And I get to show off one of my favorite things in the game. Now, this is a very important thing. This may have changed, but just keep this in mind. So this thing here, this is a vacuum that lets you just throw stuff on the ground. And while you're doing all sort of dismantling and stuff like that, maybe we can drop this here. As you're dismantling all sorts of things on the car and trying to get organized and whatnot, you don't have to be organized with your inventory because all the crafting will pull from your inventory in this game, which is a nice plus. So most of the things that you're doing, except for the car inventory, is separate. You'll need to take things from the car to the storage here, and then you can actually easily get stuff by turning on the little vacuum cleaner. This will pull stuff from all over the garage, including here, but it could be in different rooms, then you can pick it up from here. But you must pick it up, otherwise these items may be destroyed and or lost forever after you leave on a run. So make sure, yeah, right there, that clock. Yeah, this is important. Time is ticking. Pick stuff up out of here after you vacuum it up, otherwise you'll lose everything. Also, there's a pneumatic tube system here that allows you to take stuff and transport it. Not exactly sure how it works yet, but based on what I've discovered so far in the previous demo version, there are little pit stops or little like safety areas where you can, in the area with the zone, fuel up your car, repair it, maybe charge the battery, and then there'll be a pneumatic system where you can dump stuff in it. So you can put stuff in here. Obviously we can't now, but essentially it'll be here waiting for you. So you pick it up from the out section. You can also store stuff in here, but it might disappear. So yeah. So the Opie's Nuba tube basically is a mail system back to yourself from the world. This could be used for the story or possibly for well, a combination of both. And then of course this is where we buy all of our upgrades. So stuff for the car, upgrades for parts, things like headlights, all this stuff, resistance to electricity versus explosive damage versus just a basic heavy armor like steel versus crude. Big upgrade, big upgrade. Okay, let's get the handbrake then. And we'll install that as well. So this is essentially a perk or like a special ability for the car. And we can get different things that create like ion shields to protect us from radiation. And we could use them over here.
Before heading back out.
You'll need the space.
Right. So this is where we assign things to a role. So for example, our handbrake, we can make this controllable with the A button, X, B, Y, whatever. And you can install and uninstall these things and unassign them. Alright, Dumpster Friend has something for us. Anybody ever open that door? Wow. Well, now we can fully armor the car. So now we got crude panels, we've got a door for the back. We can also take off the hood. Like, we could repair this.
And we're patched. Everything's in working shape, more or less. I've hooked up the antenna to the route planner. Give it a look after you're done peeping through my garage.
She's not wrong. That's exactly what we're doing. So we can leave these stuff, you know, in storage or whatever. But this is your most useful thing. The transfer trunk. You can pick up everything from this thing. And
have you found the friendly dumpster yet?
I did.
It's behind the shop. If you're ever in dire need, pay it a visit. As much as the zone takes away, sometimes she also provides.
So we can take everything from the trunk, put it in here, and then we can either, you know, have it vacuumed up later, or we can just dump it off this way. So you can organize things however you want. However, there's really no need to be organized again. Like I mentioned, things are automatically pulled from here. However, I would recommend maybe making one of these lockers your personal storage for all your tools and things that you'll be working with, and then just have these as dump lockers for other things. You can also upgrade the storage, so there's a big thing you can upgrade. There's also paint in the game, like I mentioned before. There's decal kits. We've got the shuttle and the radium driver. These might be part of the premium kit. So these are rare things. And there's also a detailing kit too. So we can paint the car. We can also add you know, different steering wheels, different antennas, those types of thing. And yeah, so let's go back to our machine and go on another run.
Ready to make this remnant verification a one-and-done thing? I'm sending you to visit Colossal Cappy. If that old anomaly doesn't induce electromagnetic resonance in your car, then we're free from Tobias's fever dreams and we can get you out of here. With that antenna fixed, you can now detect stabilized road junctions in the outer zone. You've got a stable route heading straight to Cappy's front door, but the energy readings are off the roof. I advise you not to take the zone lightly. You better gear up or you may not survive the trip. Which would make my life easier, so your call.
Okay then. Alright, so essentially what they want us to do is main story stuff now. If we want to, we can make multiple jumps, which means that we're going to essentially do what we did last time, but instead of jumping back through a portal, we'll drive through an exit and then go to a new area where we then jump the car through a big O anomaly and try to find out what the hell this remnant is, as they call the car. Alright everyone, well that is it for now. I know, just a taste of what this game has to offer, but oh, and by the way, check this out. You can literally die bopping your head with the trunk. Literally. Game of the year. Alright, this game has a ton of heart, a ton of art, a lot of great stylization, customization, repairs, quirks. It's really fun, and I really want to explore the whole world and find out the story of what the hell's behind all those other walls and what is going on up there, and do more things with the story and learning a lot more. There's a lot of things to unlock, a long road ahead of us, so please do subscribe to the channel, turn on that notification bell, hit the like button, leave a comment, let me know what you think about the game, and I will see you all for all the secrets and more. If you come on into our live stream, let me know you found this video and subscribe to the channel for this one. Let me know if you subbed via this video down below, and yeah, ask me all the questions you got about Pacific Drive, and or tell me things that you know. I want to learn more. I just really like this game, so I want to become a big fan and learn everything there is. Alright, I'll see you all next time. Thanks again for all your support, and I'll see you on the road. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.